Okay, we're going to kick this thing off, everybody. Thanks for coming out. I see a lot of familiar faces in the crowd. Warms my heart. All right, we'll get a countdown because this is going to go live on the interwebs too. That's what these cameras are for. You guys all know the drill. You've been to these. No, those are wide open for you, Liam. Front row. Yeah. Okay, welcome back to Tracklandia, everybody. I call this meeting to order. You can go ahead and applaud. All right. So this is a very special event this month, and we're gonna be doing these things monthly. I know we've been sporadic over the past year, but we're committing this year as our New Year's resolution to do one of these once a month where we call all of the running clubs and rogue runners in the city together for one night a month just to be friends and congregate and swap running stories where you're not running, you're just hanging out. It's a great thing. But yeah, this is the first Brewery tour of 2024, and we're going to recognize the Olympic Trials Qualifiers for the marathon. There are 15 from Portland. Yeah, let's hear that. Way to go. Way to go, all of you. We're going to mix it up with these brewery tours over this next year in different locations, but they're all going to be at Great Notion. Thank you to Great Notion for hosting us. I mean, this is an amazing space. We got Bianca back there, too. Does a great job here. The beer here is fantastic. I'm not sure if this is still true, but I know, like, a couple of years ago when this place first started, the cans of Great Notion were going for like $100 on the East Coast or something like that. So drink up. You're drinking some magic here. All right, let's get down to business here. Congrats to Carrie Dimoff on her first place finish at the U.S. Cross Country Masters Championships. Let's give her a round of applause for the Bowerman Track Club. And also congrats to Team Red Lizards Masters Women on a team title there. Renee Mativier, Chelsea Warren, and Kristen Shaw killed it out there. Great job to all of them. Okay, some more news here. Shamrock. You all know Shamrock Run happens right around St. Patrick's Day. I'm not sure if it falls right on the date this year, but it does. I'm hearing it does. Secure your race entry today. And we've been working with the good folks there on a little prize purse and some perks for the clubs here. They've elevated the experience for all the local runners and they've really committed to a great experience, prize purse-wise and party-wise. So the 8K is going to be the big race at Shamrock this year, and it's always highly competitive. The plan is to expand the prize money to different distances as we move forward and team scoring as well. But this year it will be the 8K. Individual prize money, $300 for first, $150 for second, $50 for third. On the team scored prize money, there is a team scored competition this year. Top 4 runners per team, $500 grand prize for the top team at the Shamrock 8K. And then another $500 goes to the largest club participation. So we're not just catering to the tip of the spear here, we're also catering to the fan of the spear. More numbers. $500 goes a long way, even if it's 500 people, I think. There will also be a trophy presentation in a special Portland Running Club's party area after the race with kegs, I believe. So be sure to be there for that. And I think it'll be covered too because it's always real rainy out there. Newsletter, Portland Track, we've started a newsletter called The Relay that goes out monthly, and it's something that you can get to just stay in touch with all things running in Portland. So if you have any events, items, things that people need to know about, please contact us so we can slip it into the newsletter that goes out at the beginning of each month. All of the Brewery Tour events will be in there for sure. And thanks to Corinne Murray for putting that together. Moving down the list, Portland Track Festival back at the Electric Forest this year. All right, we'll be back at Lewis and Clark after 1 year away in the Electric Forest, where the electricity happens, I guess. We need to workshop that tagline a bit, but we got months till we get there. June 8th and 9th this year. The 9th on Sunday will be the big day, so we'll have races on the 8th too. I believe steeplechases and 10Ks the evening of the 8th, and then the hot window will take place on the evening of the 9th, but we'll have events all day long. We're looking at an expanded schedule for high school races, open races, sub-elite races, which I never liked that term, elite races, and then the hot window itself will occur that evening. So mark your calendars for that. Volunteering sign-up is going to go out soon, so be on the lookout for that, as well as ticket bundles, and you want to be able to get your t-shirt too. Because I know we ran out last year. T-shirts are always super snazzy. All right, and then an Olympic Trials watch party at Kells Northwest, 7 a.m. on Saturday, February 3rd. Look for that. You should all be there. I would say eat a salad the night before so you can get ready for a big Irish breakfast there. Kells wants a number of attendees to prepare for, so show of hands, maybe? All right, we got about 5 at the moment. I think 2020 we had like 150 people at a watch party, so I assume it'll be around then. We'll tell them 100 or so and aim to over-deliver. But yeah, that's the news for this gathering here. Thank you all for coming to this meeting. If you want to get involved, let us know. I would say get involved with your local clubs. There are a bunch of clubs in this city that do amazing things, and you all know who they are too. So that's a great way to get involved, and we love supporting anything that they're doing always. If you want to get involved with Portland Track, reach out to us. We're looking for people to do some hands-on stuff, and then support each other. I love all the different club identities here and cultures that we have in this city, and I think the people are the biggest part of that. So the more we can support what each of us is doing, the better community we're going to have around here, and that's the community that I like to be a part of. So let's keep doing that. Let's keep Portland running. That's what I like to say. Elevate running in the city and use running to elevate the city. Keep Portland running. Okay. So now, thank you, Brian. Now, let's get to the Olympics. The Olympics are this year in Paris. But before we get to that, the Olympic trials will be in Orlando next week, about 9 days from now, I believe, Saturday, February 3rd. There's a watch party at Kells, by the way, and we're going to need to let them know how many people are going to be there. The Olympics are the pinnacle of the sport, and in many ways transcend sport, because we send the best at their particular sport from where we're from to compete with the best of all the other countries in the world. And if you look at it, the Olympic trials are just a smaller piece of that, but still very large because the population of the US is like 340 million people. So it's a big group, but we are sending our best and brightest to Orlando to compete for spots on Team USA and to represent us in the 500 or so people that are competing in the Olympic trials. Roughly 250 men, 250 women. I don't know the exact numbers, but 15 people from Portland are going to Orlando. And I think, that's a big percentage that we're sending. 500 people in 340 million people too is like the 99.99997 percentile, something like that. I have it. Oh, it's the 0.000015 percentile of the population. So that's how many people make it to the Olympic trials, and we're very proud that 15 Portlanders are going to do that. I think if you look at what we're doing in the city too, and the community that we have here, that group of people represents us out there on the roads, and it's a special thing to have. That's what sports are all about. You cheer for a team because they represent you. You put your emotions into it. people are going to be getting texts. I'm going to be getting texts because they're like, hey, did you see what that person from Portland did? And I'm like, yeah, like, of course I did. That's my team. And that's something we all get to latch on to, and it's because of these people here in the crowd who will be joining me up here in these chairs on stage shortly. So, let's get them up here. All right, here they are. I'm going to announce them one by one, and as I do that, Brian here from Morton is going to give them a Morton bottle for their travels. A fuel tank. Yeah, a fuel tank to get all the way to Orlando and then around the course, too. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Morton. Let's announce the qualifiers here. So first off, from Portland, Oregon, representing the Bowerman Track Club Elite with a PR of 2:36.46, Tara Welling. Come on up. Tara, grab a seat. From Portland, Oregon, representing Wazell Little Wing with a PR of 2:36.40, Teresa Haley. Come on up. From the Rose City, representing Wazell with a PR of 2:35.46, Ari Hendricks Roach. Right on. From Stumptown, part of the Bowerman Track Club Elite with a PR of 2:35.40, the Portland Track Board Secretary, by the way, Caitlin Peel. Come on up. From Rip City, repping Nike Trail. She hit the qualifier at CIM, but has chosen to keep her focus on the trails, running the Black Cactus 50K, 100K. 50K, 100K. Black Canyons. Gosh, that's why I couldn't Google it. Black Canyons, 100K. Rachel Drake. She also just won a race in Hong Kong called the Hong Kong 100, but she ran the 33K, I believe. Is that right? Yes. Yeah. All right. Great job, Rachel. Welcome back. From Portland, Oregon, representing all of us with a PR of 2:34.41, Ali Sheikh. From Bridgetown, running for Cascadia Elite with a PR of 2:33.56, Amanda Phillips. Come on up. From the Landia, also running for Cascadia Elite with a PR of 2:31.58, Sarah Ryder. Come on up. And from the home of Great Notion Brewing, running with the Bowerman Track Club Elite with a PR of 2:17.54, Johnny Rutford. Come on up. From the Bluff, running for the University of Portland Pilots with a PR of 2:17.45. That's a pilot's life for me. Jacob Kinsella. From the hard scrabble streets of St. John's, particularly Marine Drive, representing the Jacuzzi Boys Athletic Club with a PR of 2:16.49, Jesse Joseph. Born in the rain and raised in it, representing the Bowerman Track Club Elite with a PR of 2:16.48, Julian Henninger. From Portland, Oregon, he couldn't be here tonight, representing the Jacuzzi Boys, qualified with a PR of 2:16.42, Jarrett Carpenter. And once a pilot, always a pilot. We're getting some reverb here somewhere. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Jesse. Yeah. We don't want to scare the people away. Oh, yeah. From St. John's, representing the hometown company Nike with a PR of 2:08.52, Scott Fauble, who is in Colorado right now, but he sends his regards. And the Central Catholic Ram, aiming to make his 5th Olympic team, running for Nike as he has his entire career with a PR of 2:06, Galen Rupp as well. He is preparing somewhere else at the moment, too. A few athletes couldn't be here due to prior engagements. Yeah, we just announced them, but there's 12 people here out of 15. And Fobs, like I said, sent his regards. I asked him for a quote, and he said something like curmudgeonly Fobs, like, and yeah, he wishes everybody well. I think it's just part of his routine, just to like get that out of his system so that he could run purely on love at the trials, which is what he likes to do. But yeah, hey, congratulations to everybody for making it. I feel like we're on the plane right now. There is an aisle. Yeah, I wish it was a train. Thank you, Lauren. Yeah, oh, God, don't bring that up, Jesse. We're hoping for safe flights for everybody. Yeah, but like I said, thank you for being here, and we are very honored that you are going to represent us in Orlando on the streets out there in what I think is a 60-degree start at the moment. Is that right? Somewhere around there. Yeah, perfect. It's going to be great. Yeah, let's get into some questions here. We got a week and a half until the big day. So you've probably, does that mean that you've done your big workout like pretty recently for the marathon, or your last kind of workout? Julian, you're looking like you maybe have. That one's on.
It is on. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. She's live.
Yeah. What's BTC up to? Getting ready for the.
We're still in it. You know, I think the volume dropped this week, but we had a ripper this morning on the track. Little K repeats with a tempo in the middle, and back to Ks. So we did do a pretty long sesh this last weekend, though. So I think we'll see. I have to ask Coach Elliott out there in the audience. He always has a curveball in him. But yeah, I'd say we're in the taper, but intensity's still up.
Yeah. Do many of your coaches try and change things up on you last minute, right before the Olympic trials? No. Okay. Thank you for keeping everybody on their toes, Elliot. I'm sure we all appreciate that. Jesse, let's turn our attention to you real quick here. So I'm just going to read what you put in your bio. This is the best thing that ever happened to you, right? Or your biggest achievement.
The Olympic trials, or this thing?
No, what I'm about to read.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Getting married to my amazing and hot wife, Olivia Cotby, which will soon be topped by having a child with my amazing and hot wife, Olivia Cotby.
Folks, give her a hand.
Did you write that?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you did.
Yeah,
That's right.
I wrote it, and she was like on the other end of the couch, but that's all me.
That's all you.
No one could ever accuse me of not loving my wife.
I wouldn't dare. That's amazing. Is she going to be out there with you in Orlando?
She's not going to be out there in Orlando, unfortunately, because she's 7 months pregnant, and not a great time to travel. But she'll be here watching. Yeah.
At Kells. Amazing. That's awesome. Yeah. Good for both of you. And I've seen a lot of runs out on Marine Drive for you lately. Is that I know that you were a big supporter of that when we had Cam Levins on, and we were talking to him about how he just rips it out there, like wet by the semi-trucks and stuff.
Oh, I love it. It's like the Wild West out there. There's nobody around. There's trucks. There's a flat road. There's a nice gravel bit, so you get a little bit of a shaky stuff. There's coyotes out there. There's a lot of wildlife. You know what? I think Liv asked Cam, or like submitted a question, what was the best wildlife that he saw out on the Marine Drive Trail in the slough.
That's right.
He's missing out. There's coyotes. There's a lot of birds. Like you can get this close to a great blue heron. I was like here to there with a red-tailed hawk this morning. It just kind of let me run by, didn't fly away. There's buffleheads. There's mergansers.
What's a merganser?
It's a type of duck.
Okay. It could
like
be a forklift or something. I don't know.
It is not. No. That's like before you get to the forklifts.
Oh, okay.
You see all the water birds in the slough.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
saw an otter out there once.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never seen an otter in the wild.
It was really cute. It was like doing little flips and stuff in the water.
That's amazing. And is this during your hard sessions that you're seeing all of that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Keeping an eye out.
Yeah, I think some people like Cam are like locked in, but it's great to hear that you're enjoying all of the stuff around you.
You got to enjoy it, you know? I'm not getting paid for it.
Yeah. Well, great. Congratulations on making the team in Orlando, or to Orlando, the Portland team, and then also having a daughter coming up pretty soon, too.
Thank you.
It's a great life, having a daughter, by the way.
Yeah, congrats to you.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't fishing. I'm not a water bird. Jacob, so you currently run for UP. Is that correct?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, I knew that. So the marathon's typically for more mature runners, I would say. I'm not saying that as an insult, and I'm saying like later on, down the line for your career. But you're still on the track doing that as well.
Yes, I have one more track season left with the pilots.
So what made you jump in and test out the marathon before the track season?
Well, last year I was doing all my long runs in Forest Park, 20 miles every week, crushing it pretty hard, and on top of getting the coaches really concerned about my health and safety on those runs, they also suggested that I try out CIM, and the timing worked out. It was right after regionals, and those long runs prepared me for it well, I guess.
So just going off of track training, long runs, you jump into CIM, the People's Marathon, and make it happen, huh?
Yeah.
Congratulations, that's
Thank you.
awesome. And are you jumping into the 10K later this year?
Yeah, I don't think I'm fast enough for any shorter distances than that.
Oh,
10K is a bit of a stretch, to be honest.
10K is a sprint.
Yeah.
So the marathon is definitely in your future.
Yes. For better or worse.
And are you ready to rip, too, in Orlando?
I feel like that's a recipe for disaster.
What, to be ready?
To be ready to rip.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, choose your words, I guess.
Yeah. I saw 80 degrees in the forecast this morning, so I'm planning on a cautious strategy.
All right, yeah. Well, it's good. It's good to be calculated.
Yeah.
And best of luck. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
And I mean, this is an open discussion too. So if anybody has something to say, jump in at any time as well. But let's turn it to Allie Shake. Where's Allie? All the way back there. So Allie, you're relatively new to the Portland running community. You've been here about a year.
A little
or
over
so?
a year.
Is
Yeah.
that right?
Year in November.
Yeah, I still have your check from Shamrock last year that I need to get to you. We'll make that happen.
Thanks.
They've upped the prize money this year, so don't expect this year's money from last year.
Perfect. You stack them on top of each other.
Yeah, you'll get it this year too. So how did you find the running community when you got here? How did you tap into like all of these people?
Yeah, so I feel like I got really lucky. I moved here from Denver. I had a great running community there. It was loosely affiliated with the team, but it was more like collective group. Got really lucky when I moved to Portland because my friend Rachel, is my college teammate, was here. If I didn't know Rachel, I don't think I would have met anyone. That's why I met Kayla, Jenna, Alyssa, Ali. Pretty much like, good quarter of the audience. And then Lauren, I know from Houston. So I felt really grateful that I already knew quite a few people here and was able to kind of make connections as I went, and have made a lot of new friends along the way.
That's what we love. Like, one of us, all of us.
Exactly. That's how I feel like if I didn't have running, I don't know how I'd make friends as an adult. So if anybody has any suggestions, let me know. But yeah, I feel like as long as you know one person, it's pretty easy to get plugged into the rest of the community.
Yeah, amazing. And Teresa, let's see, where are you, Teresa? Back all the way on the other side. You've been here.
Hello.
You've been here in the area for a while now. You've been to a lot of Tracklandias.
Yeah, I'm actually a UP alum as well from 2011.
Pilots.
So I've been here since 2007.
Amazing. And what keeps you coming back to Tracklandia specifically?
Oh my gosh. I just love the running community in Portland. It is amazing. Lots of great people, lots of fun events. I love how competitive we are against each other, and then when we all get in the same room, we can have a beer and enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, talk about that, like, because we were looking through the 8K in Shamrock last year and how ridiculously fast and competitive that was. And it's just a regular Shamrock run in the city. And there are all these super fast women and men out there, and you're stepping on the line against them. And then afterwards, we all go drink from the same keg afterwards.
Yeah, I think Portland does a really good job of just the runners supporting each other, and we all meet up and do workouts together, and then when it's time to race, we put our game faces on, but we just have fun with it afterwards.
Who do you not want to race the most?
Oh my gosh.
I'm putting you on the spot here.
Yeah.
You don't have to answer it.
Okay.
What about the second most? Who do you want to race?
I don't know. I want to race everyone.
Yeah, and you do, because you run everything from the mile all the way up to the marathon too. You run the mile on the track, and there are a lot of women here especially who do that, and Jesse does as well. I think you jump in the mile a lot of times. Jacob, not so much. 10K is a sprint for him. But yeah, Johnny, by the way, you in the whites back there. So I was looking at your bio photo. So it's an unflattering post of a bathroom selfie.
Unflattering?
That's what you wrote, I think, on the
okay.
bio.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair.
Following your OTQ in Duluth. My question is, are there no like scenic backdrops in Duluth that you could use for that photo after you qualified? It's just kind of like you could see canned lighting in the background and in your face.
I got there into the bathroom and I did pee first, so it was not just for the photo. And then I took the photo, and when I had to upload a photo to said website for the bio, my camera roll is my dogs and that photo. So that's the one that was chosen.
All right, good. That makes sense then. I mean, I did see somebody who did post a picture of their dogs as their bio photo. Yeah, respect.
When I went back and saw that, I should have done that. But my dogs are mentioned in the bio, so I feel like they get their love.
Yeah, no, I appreciated that post. It stuck out. That's why we're talking about it. Do you have any questions for anybody else in the group up here that you'd like to have answered? Something for Julian here?
Nothing for Julian. Jesse said he looks at birds during some of his workouts.
Yeah.
I look at Julian's backside. So
Bird bones,
Yeah.
Julian's got, yeah.
Can you describe it for me?
the cadence is roughly the same as mine.
That helps. That helps big time.
Yeah, he's a
Well-
good follow. I feel like I break the wind a little better than he does. Little heavier set than he is. A little taller.
He's slight. I feel like we should start using the term like he's a good follow more in the running world. Yeah, because they do that on social media, but stay off of that garbage because it's toxic. Sarah, is your mic on? Yep.
Yep, it is.
All right, good. So you made the trials in 2020, and I remember you ran 2:42. You got under 2:45, but that was a big race for you. And then they lowered the standard to 2:37, and you're like, okay, I'll run 2:31 then.
Yeah, I
Could
feel
you tap
like,
into that process a little bit for us?
yeah, it was actually funny. I was having a conversation with one of my friends when the standard came out, and I feel like since they dropped it so much, it made me more motivated because I'm like, that's kind of, a huge jump. I feel like for me, I'd never gone under 240. And I think that's what made it exciting, just being like, how fast can I run? And made sure that you're doing the little things. And like I said on the day, I'm like, I couldn't have an off day, which is kind of like exciting because everything has to go to plan. But yeah, it's exciting because I'm like, if it wouldn't have gotten lowered to that time, I don't know if I would have been as motivated. So
What do you want it to be lowered to for 2028?
oh, I don't know, that might be pushing it, but yeah, I'm excited. And
Like a 2:27 or something?
Oh. But yeah, it is exciting just to keep seeing how much time I can shave off, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been incredible to watch, and
Thank you.
definitely pulling for you in Orlando, as
Thanks.
I am everybody up here. Jacob. Yeah, Ari. So you missed the qualifier in 2020. Sorry to bring up old news.
It's all right.
But you said that eventually you ran 2:44 in a virtual marathon in COVID, so you knocked that off the list. What was it like getting that off your back, and then how did that prepare you for getting under 2:37 too?
Yeah, I mean, I tried twice to qualify in 2020, at Indy first and then at Houston, and sort of fell apart both times. And I was going to run Pitt that May. That was like my goal, spring race. And when COVID hit, I'd been training a lot and putting in a lot of miles with my training partner. So we decided to just like run a marathon around our neighborhood in Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan. So yeah, we did that like one morning with not like a plan of like trying to run the standard. But yeah, I hit 2:44 and it was super exciting and great. And then I spent the next 2 years injured. So last May was my first marathon since 2020, and I ran 2:42. So.
Where was that?
Bayshore, Michigan.
Bayshore, Michigan.
Yeah.
Shout out. Go Blue.
Yeah.
Harbaugh just went to the Chargers too.
I know,
so.
I saw that. That's all right, go Lions.
Yeah, go Lions, baby. Yeah, let's look on the bright side here. So 2:42 there, and then where did you get your standard then?
I ran the qualifier at CIM in 2022.
The People's Marathon.
Yeah, for
Nice.
sure, with the people.
Just boats sailing down the river of Great Oaks Boulevard there. It's a wonderful sight.
Yeah.
This is a question for the second-time qualifiers here. How is this different? How is it different this time than last time? Maybe KP. Let's go with you here, Caitlin Peel. You had a great race in 2020, it was 2020. It was right before everything went
2020.
to
It was like 1 week before everything went dark.
Caitlin Peel, 22nd in 2020. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I feel like both personally and just the race itself, like everything is totally different. 2020 was a huge field, like 500 women, which is a whole different, like 500 versus 200. It's, I'm guessing, going to be massively different. And the course is very different. Like Atlanta was super hilly, and there was, weather was maybe less of a factor. Orlando is very flat and potentially fast, but you have to deal with potentially heat and humidity. So just preparing feels a lot different. I think also like the fields have just really leveled up. I mean, obviously the standard dropped, everyone got really faster, so the field shrunk, but you look at just the quality in there, it's like people that didn't qualify last time and are now running a 2:24, for example, or like people that have just dropped massive amounts of time. So it's going to be, I think, like a really fast, competitive race. Not that it wasn't last time, but I just feel like everyone has progressed to a whole new level in 2024 across the board. And I mean, I think for me personally, like probably couldn't be further from 2020 training-wise. I haven't had like the build-up that I had in 2020. I think the benefit that I have this time is I've got many years of experience, many more marathons underneath me, but maybe not coming in as strong physically with the endurance, totally different training plan this time around for various reasons. So
Yeah, but it's the mental game. You're a seasoned vet too.
Yeah, I've got it in there. So
Yeah,
we'll
and
see.
they cut the field in half, so you can get like 11th instead of 22nd.
Right. I mean, how hard can it be?
Right. It's a marathon. Fantastic. Julian, this is your second one too, as well. right?
Yeah.
So the first time was like, oh, party, yeah, we made it, and now it's like business.
I mean, we
right?
got pretty sendy in 2020. It
You
was
did.
still it was a good day for me and kind of one of my races I'm most proud of. But I do think like a lot of it feels the same to me in regard to the stage, not the training. I'm definitely, hopefully stronger and fitter than I was then. But I think for me recently, I've just been reflecting on sort of who I was then before COVID and everything, and then just now, like who I am now coming into this race. And that's where my headspace has been more at, less about the differences of sort of the fields and the, I don't know, logistics of the races, but sort of, just reflective on a past younger version of myself and just kind of why I'm doing this now and what I'm bringing to, this big stage this time. And I'm excited for the opportunity. And I think it's, like I said, I've just been so reflective recently on that kind of side of it.
Would you say that you're a completely different Julian towing the line this time than you were last time?
Well, actually, I just got my hair cut, and I literally showed them a picture of what I had in 2020. So that worked out.
This is the business cut.
Thermal regulation-wise. This is the business cut, yeah.
Nice.
I'll have a mustache this time. It's still loading right now, so that'll be a difference.
You got like 9 days.
Yeah, well, I mean,
So,
it's there. It's more of the, the cleaning up. But
I'm just saying, like, that's a good amount of time to get some more growth there, too. Good for you.
But it'll be solid.
Nice. Well, I look forward to watching that. Amanda, Cascadia elite runner here, our teammate of Sarah. So you, on your bio, I was perusing the bios on the website today, and I know your career well. You run a lot of races around here too, and I think I've commentated a few of them. And you've done very well. But this piece in your bio just stuck out to me. It says, it seems like you deal with a lot of mama animals on runs, that you were chased up a mountain by some cows and then an elk as well.
Yes. Cows I think they might be evil, honestly. Beware, especially if they have a bunch of children with them.
Human children or?
Oh no, cow children. Yeah. I didn't really think it was a big deal to yell at their cow children and to tell it to get out of the way and like move until they all started mooing at the same time at me and then started chasing me.
Where are you running?
So outside of Hood River, there's this trail system where they put signs up. They're like, we put the cows here in the spring, and I just ignored it.
I get it. I grew up in a place where there were a lot of cow pastures too, and I ran through, and it was fun to yell at them to move out of the way until it turns on you.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna need to a lot of things went through my head. I'm like, do I climb a tree? What do I, and there was poison oak everywhere, and I'm terribly allergic to poison oak. So that was also on my mind a lot as I was trying to escape all the cows.
And then you have to look out for the cattle guards around those areas too, if they're there.
I wish there were some cattle guards there. There were not.
And you don't want to get a foot stuck in those.
I would have liked them to have, though. Yeah, they literally full speed chasing me, full speed, not just jogging.
Do you think this helped or hindered your training?
Definitely hindered. I don't like going into strange forests that could have animals anymore.
It was supposed to be an easy day, I take it.
It was, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I think we on that subject, we have some amazing moms here. One that will be running the marathon and one that'll be running the Black Canyons 100K. Yeah. I just have a simple question, I guess. My wife gave birth over this past year, and she runs with the two of you, but I was party to that experience as well, and it's something that I can't believe human beings do this, and I will never do something that amazing. Can I just, that's one part of it, but then just having kids and taking care of them and then achieving at this level, how do you do it? Give us the answers, Tara, please.
I don't know. I'm bringing a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old to the trials, and I'm most terrified about doing Disney World after. Marathon seems fairly easy. I gotta be ready for Animal Kingdom and then Magic Kingdom. I mean, 26 miles seems like a lot, but 24 miles a day the next 2 days seems like a lot. But no, I'm super excited. I don't know how I do it, honestly. Like, I was just talking to your wife this morning. She's like, I don't know how you train that early, or I don't know either. I guess you're just like on autopilot. But yeah, it's super fun. I have a really good group, an awesome coach, and that's really what makes it for me to show up every day, is just like having a team, having a coach, having this support system. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be doing it, because it's hard. I mean, it's not easy. So
Yeah, the marathon especially requires discipline in training and
Yeah.
in time management, and it seems like, well, so does having kids. So you either have to be disciplined going in, or it's forced on you on the other
Yeah.
side.
no, it's great. I mean, Rachel knows it's kind of like your outlet, your sort of me time to socialize, time to get a really good effort in. That's really what it's about for me, is just really enjoying the time with other people.
Rachel, how about for you? How do you do it? You just got back from Hong Kong too, where you won a race over there. How does all this happen?
Super supportive family. Actually, my mom is in the crowd, probably with Lewis somewhere. Love you, Mom. Gloria.
Hey, Mom.
My husband, Tyler, is also, oh, she's waving. Also incredible and super supportive, and there's no way I'd be able to do any of this. My mom had Lewis with her in Minnesota for 2 weeks while we were in Hong Kong, so that was kind of our first getaway since he was born. But yeah, I think, like Tara said, having a team and people to train with just makes it so much more fun and easy to get up in the morning. And yeah, it's like when you become a mother, you lose a lot of your kind of who you are, like who you were before, I guess. And having running is like a really nice way to just remind yourself of like, I'm also Rachel the athlete, not just Rachel the mom.
Mm-hmm. And man, so you're choosing to do the Black Canyons 100K too,
Yeah.
instead of the trials. Was that a difficult decision for you? Because I know your heart is in the dirt, right?
That's true. Where'd you get? No, I know you got that. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I kind of decided that before I even qualified, like that I was going to focus on that. So it wasn't really a hard decision. I think like the road running gives me a lot of benefits on the trail, and so I raced a bunch in Europe over the summer, and I was just craving a road marathon training cycle, and I feel like I'm really excited to apply that to the trails. And while I have the microphone, Jacob, I couldn't help but notice you have some trail shoes on. Just curious when you're going to make your trail debut.
I was planning on doing some sort of crazy ultra marathon this summer.
Which one?
Well, it was probably just going to be me running for a really long time until I couldn't run anymore.
Awesome.
Just kind of an unsanctioned Jacob event?
Yeah. Like I thought about maybe trying to run up the coast for as long as I could, or running hood to coast in like one continuous run. You can talk all that stuff, but I didn't actually do it. I had a bunch of injuries and couldn't pull it off, but sometime in the future.
We're waiting with bated breath.
Let's do this, buddy.
All
I mean,
right.
not me. You. You got this.
Jeff, I've seen you on the trails before, so.
Oh, I like the trails. Yeah, I'm just not going to run the whole hood to coast route. There's a difference. But maybe, I can get up and do it. Where does an ultra start? Like, what's the minimum?
Anything beyond a marathon, so 26.3 would do it.
Yeah, well, I'd need to do 26.2 first, I suppose. Perfect. All right. Well, we're going to get into that. There are some audience members who submitted questions here, too, so let's rattle those off because we don't want to keep everybody here from their conversation and all that stuff, because I know you all want to mingle and high-five and do the things that you do. Liam submitted a question here, and this is just to the group, so somebody's going to have to jump on it. But he said, who's the first person you would call if you made the Olympics? which is a good question. So, if anybody has an answer. Julian's thinking hard over here.
I'm thinking it's low. I'm
Yeah. If somebody else has a question while Julian, or an answer. Yeah. Tara.
My mom's not really big into running, so I just sent her the message that we were having T-shirts made for the Olympic trials, and she was like, "What are these T-shirts for?" I was like, "Running the marathon," and she's like, "Which marathon?" Well, the one I've been training for a few months now, and I had to go run 15 miles in Arizona, so the Olympic trials. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll take a shirt.
And so you'd call your mom.
I'd call my mom, yeah.
And she'd be like, "What? Where are those? Where are the Olympics?"
She would have no idea what was going on, so I think that'd be pretty fun to call her, so, yeah.
That would be a good person to share that with. Special moment.
Yeah.
Julian, have you loaded?
Yeah, I'd have to pick my dad. I played American football. If there's any Europeans in the audience, I want to be equitable of that term. But I played.
What position?
I was running back and weak side linebacker, and I was small. I was third grade to like 8th grade, But my dad coached the latter half of that, and so I kind of started my sport journey with him, and that was always an interesting dynamic. And then he's just been an absolute supportive rock the whole way through. But it would be a really cool full circle moment to share news like that with him.
That would be awesome. Dad, your little weak side linebacker made the Olympics.
That's right.
We got a follow-up from Liam, too. If you could receive a congratulations call after the trials from anyone in the world, alive or dead, who would it be and why? Who would you want to call you and say, "Hey, bud, congrats on making the Olympics"? Yeah, Johnny.
Well, this is more in
Who are
line
you sending that bathroom selfie to?
This is more in line with the last question, but I would call the devil because I would have to give him my soul if I qualified for the Olympics.
Oh, come on.
Let's see. What was the next question? I had that one in my head for a while.
It's yeah, that's good. It's who would you want to receive a call from? I don't think it would be the devil in this case.
Who would I want? Yeah, not the devil.
Somebody to get you out of that whole situation, probably.
Yeah,
a good defense lawyer.
I think my whole support squad's going to be there, so I'll just talk to them live in person.
All right. And who's the support squad?
My wife, she's not here. My parents, a couple friends. Julian will be there. Apparently, if I win after me, we can talk after that.
Yeah, we can talk after that.
But no, he'll probably be about 2 minutes in front of me.
Well, your wife actually submitted a question, too, so we can... While you have the mic, this is for Johnny. Yeah. She says, because it would be a joy for others to hear, how many individual pieces of fruit do you eat in one day?
Well, I wouldn't call it an over-under. The minimum is 4. I would put the over-under at 6.
Okay.
I got 2 apples, at least. 2 bananas, at least. Haven't had an orange in a while because I don't feel like they're in season now, but they might be getting there. But yeah, some navel oranges maybe.
And is this because you love fruit, or is this a superstitious thing?
A little of both. I love fruit. I don't like it because they're expensive, and I try to be frugal. But yeah, I know all the fruit codes if you got some.
4011.
Bananas.
I know that one. Yeah.
4128.
I don't know.
Apples, come on, I told you I have 2, but that's Pink Lady specifically. 3283. What kind of apple?
Red Delicious?
Honeycrisp.
Oh, okay.
Red Delicious. Self-checkout, don't tell Fred Meyer. Sometimes I hit 4128, they're a little cheaper.
I won't tell Fred Meyer
Thank
that. You. That's fantastic. Let's see. And, here's one to the group, too. Well, we know that Tara's going to Disney World afterwards. Who plans on going to Disney World when you're in Orlando?
I don't have kids, but my sister is coming, and we've been debating where we go, if it's Disney or Universal. There's a lot of kids at Disney.
Oh, that's right. We
Harry
got another
Potter is a
park
big
down
draw.
there.
So, still debating it, but going somewhere with my sister, who's also older, and we are just going as two adults.
It's a good way to do it.
Yep.
Yeah. For a week,
Ooh.
Teresa. We just heard from the crowd that Teresa Haley is going for a week to Disney
I'm not doing
World.
that.
I mean, there's a lot of parks to hit down there, so you kind of have to
That's
go.
way too much time.
Typhoon Lagoon, hit some water slides. That's right. Yeah, it's going to be hot there, right?
Wait,
yeah.
so don't we get some kind of access to something like after the evening after the Thursday banquet? We get access to something. What is to Universal? No lines. We just get to go. I don't even know what is at Universal Studios.
Before the race.
Yeah, but who wants to walk around before the race?
Yeah. Well, you got to go into the race relaxed after some rides or something.
Yeah. Blow your hair back a little bit on a roller coaster. Nice. Well, good for you guys. That'll be fun. All right. And let's just do like a few rundown questions for the group before we get out of here. And this could even be a show of hands for this first one. What's your favorite long workout location in the city? Let's go with Leaf. Any Leaf fans for a long workout? Oh, don't look at the other options, Julian.
Long run or long workout? I wasn't sure.
I debated, but long workout. Oh, it isn't, but Wildwood, hands up. All right, let's just group it all Forest Park. Sure. It's a big park. So we got a couple over here for Forest Park. What about Savi Island? Is that Savi Island boy and Allie? Waterfront loop? Does anybody do that for a workout? Oh, waterfront over here. All right. Nice. Fairmont. Jacob. Oak Hills. Any Oak Hills fans? There we go. Am I missing any? Marine Drive.
North Marine Drive.
North
baby.
Marine Drive. That's right. Anybody else? I'm missing.
Nike.
I'm missing some. What? Oh, the Nike campus. Hollister, Ring Road. Great. Sarah, what about you? Savi. Savi Island. All right, cool. Best post-run coffee spot. Just shout it out. Haven. We got a Haven over here. Any others? Dragonfly. McDonald's for the fruit
On the way
band.
back from Savi, the one on Route 30, right?
I'll take a McDonald's coffee and 2 apples.
I also have frequented the bikini coffees on the way back from Savi Island. First time was an accident. I was surprised when I went to order.
I've never been through one of those. Best post-run food spot in Portland. Dairy Queen for the guy who eats fruit every day. Dairy Queen and McDonald's. Pizza. Where? What pizza, Jacob?
I have a few different spots. Scotty's Pizza Parlor, Demo's Eats, Lombardo's Pizzeria near UP, a Piece of Shoals, and Pizza Jerk downtown.
Those are all great.
Yeah.
I mean, we are the #1 pizza city in the country, so it's a good place. It's a good place to be. All right. Well, if that's it, are there any other questions from the crowd here? Lauren.
I'm curious if Johnny knows what his maximum pieces of fruit per day, like what his PR is.
Yeah, what's your fruit PR?
A lot. You know those Costco boxes of oranges that you can buy? Well, it's a box of oranges. I think I've knocked out one of those in 36 hours.
Wow. Wait, how many do you think are in there?
Probably 20.
20.
I'm really good at peeling oranges too, so it's a skill. If it's a competition of peeling an orange, I'm quick, but I'm also efficient, or I'm good at it. Let's just say that. Yeah.
Good for you, Johnny. That's a lot of, yeah. Question back here, too. Cole.
What other activity would you make the Olympics for besides running?
Ooh. Would you or could you? Could you? The question was, what other activity could you make the Olympics for?
I got one.
Let's hear it.
Loving my wife. Yeah.
That's right. 10,000 points for this man. Show's over. That's right. Show's not over, though. Anybody else? That was fantastic.
I'd go soccer. I didn't become a runner till later in life, so I'd say soccer.
Soccer.
Yeah. Soccer.
What's the one with the ribbon and the dancing?
Ribbon
I believe
dancing?
it's interpretive, though, like potentially.
Yeah.
Rhythmic gymnastics.
Ri-
Gabby Rooker was a gymnast and is now marathoning, so I don't see why you can go the other way.
That's
Rhythmically
true.
speaking,
Yeah,
that
they're
is.
comparable skills.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
I was voted MVP of my middle school versus the students basketball game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
So basketball.
Dream team.
Yep.
Right on. Ari, you got anything?
Probably basketball. I
Nice.
played until I was all through college.
Wow. Yeah. You could beat some middle schoolers too. I take it.
At the least. At least middle school.
Right on. Anybody else? Oh, yes, up here in front. Oh, who has the most fun outfit to look for in the race? I mean, we've got a lot of team athletes up here too. Yeah, Allie, you're unaffiliated.
Expectations are high.
You're representing all of us,
Yeah,
so
the expectations are high now. Now I feel like the pressure's on to pick an even better outfit. So TBD, reveal. Yeah, the suggestion from my group of friends that are going to support was to wear Mickey Mouse ears the entire time. So we'll see.
could increase some drag there. Oh, we got another question back here. Ooh, what shoes? What are we wearing out there?
Alpha Fly 3.
This is an Alpha Fly 3 half. All right, and then what about this half?
Alpha 2, probably.
Alpha 2.
Hoka, Rocket X2, which I've had some drama in getting, but I procured them tonight, so it's all good.
Rocket X.
Same.
Locked and loaded. All right. Jacob, you gonna wear some trail shoes?
It took me like 3 weeks to finally secure a pair of Alpha Fly 2s. They're completely sold out everywhere, and I felt like such an idiot putting them in my cart and then finding out that they never existed. So I'm curious how people got Alpha Fly 3s if they sold out in like 10 seconds. Did you sell your soul to get the Alpha Fly 3s?
Yeah, I think Johnny knows the guy about selling his soul. Maybe we can talk to some people out there. Let's see. There are people out here in this room. Maybe have a hookup. Yeah. Cool. So everybody's going to be a little bit taller out there. We'll be able to see you. Anybody else out here? Questions before we wrap it up? Anybody have some questions for me? Anything you'd like to know?
What do you do in your spare time?
What do I do? I don't have any spare time anymore.
I agree. I know.
I hang out with my beautiful wife, who I love so much. Yeah. All right, that's it. And this is it for the Olympic Trials Marathon Crew Show. I mean, second time we've done this now, 2020 and 2024. We look forward to 2028, but be here once a month, too, every month. We'll mix it up. We'll do a lot of different things. We'll do games. Yeah, we'll talk to more interesting people, all that stuff. But let's give a round of applause to the qualifiers here who will be representing us in Orlando, February 3rd. Hitting the streets, doing it for Portland. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a good night. We're out.